Well, it's time for F1 2013. Roll the intro.
This is F1 2013. In this mode, you'll have the opportunity to race classic Formula One cars from different eras in a number of different game modes.
Now that intro sounds great. Rest in peace, of course, to the great late Murray Walker. If you guys want to see me do another video of this game on the classic edition side of things, let me know in the comments down below. But for now, we're going to revert back to the original game and we're going to play this one first. So, we're going to do a little race. I think that's going to be the order of the day. I think it should be good fun. We'll have a look in a minute what options we have. I think we're going to go for the Nurburgring. Either way, if you guys are excited and are enjoying this Retro F1 series, leave a like, subscribe for more. It really helps me out, guys. We recently went past 75,000 and we're now on the way to 100k pretty much. Also worth noting that the previous episode, the F1 2014 game, will be linked up in the top right, and also in the description down below you're going to have every single game so far, including 2017, 18, 19 and 20. So go check those videos out. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into a race. Now for this one, I feel like we're going to play it safe, and to be fair, a livery that I love, which I really miss, is going to be the Red Bull with the Infinity sponsoring. For this one, we're going to race as Mark Webber, so we're going to go ahead and get him selected. Settings wise, we'll go for TV Pod, we'll do a long weekend with a one-shot qualifying, 25% race. We'll go for Expert because we done hard in the last one, F1 2014, and it was a bit too easy, so Expert should be better for us. Dynamic weather, safety car on, and then the question is, what track are we going to go for? Now, we do have the classics available to us, Jerez and Brands Hatch. I don't have Imola or Estoril. I think I need to download the DLC, but we'll save these for the classic version. For now, though, there's a few tracks here we need to get through, and we're going to get through them over the next few games, 2012, 11, and 10, because we have Malaysia. We also have, a bit further down, Nurburgring, which is what I think my choice for this one is going to be. Further down, we also have the Korean Grand Prix and the Indian Grand Prix as well. So, quite a few options. So, yeah, we're going to save those for future games. For now, though, I think we're going to jump into a race around the Nurburgring, the German Grand Prix. So, let's send it. Let's see what happens as we look at these classic menu screens. And, yeah, let's see what happens in this little race. Oh, look at this. We are back with the V8s. This sounds good. This feels good. Let's see how it drives. Actually, before I do, let me quickly double check my assists. We've done this in F1 2014. I am going to run ABS and medium traction just to be sure. We'll also run the pit cameras again. That was a good fun in F1 2014, so we'll do that again. And the racing line will be off as well. So, yeah, that's more like it. Just going to run those assists for now. But, yeah, bit of V10 or V8 goodness in this case. Throwback and half this is, of course, F1 2014 was pretty much a copy and paste of this game with some V6s thrown on. So, yeah, this is a good throwback. We've got manual KERS on the L1 button. I'm on the PS5 controller again, so that's going to be good fun. Let's see if we can make the first corner. Maybe not. Only 7 gears, of course, as well. Worth noting, of course, in the current turbo hybrid era, we've always had 8 gears since 2014. But we're back down to 7 gears here, and we have to use first gear a lot more as well. So yeah, I'm going to do a few laps, see how I feel. Now, practice has finished, and I'm 2.2 seconds clear. I think we might have to run the hardest difficulty, to be fair. This game feels a lot better on a pad. I'm actually quite quick on this, and it feels very instinctive and natural. This is, close to the days when I used to run a pad as well. This feels 10 times better than F1 2014. So let's crank up difficulty, and let's send it in qualifying. The race is going to be in the full wet conditions, by the way. Well, here we go. Throwback as we're on the intermediates for this race. Let's see what happens, shall we? Have a bit of fun. Start from the back. I've decided to keep difficulty the same because we are starting at last place and we have to try and fight our way back through. And also in qualifying, which is, a similar session to this took place under full wet conditions, the pace was actually a bit closer than I thought. So maybe the AI was sandbagging a bit in practice. So, yeah, into the first corner then. Let's see what happens as we get a massive cutback here. Short shifting, the name of the game, as we try to go on the outside. Easy does it. As we have a look maybe at the outside of Ricardo here. Got Jules Bianchi on our left, trying to get back past here. I don't know why this game feels so much better on a pad compared to F1 2014. Oh, we've got the two Marushas here causing a bit of a roadblock. We're 3 wide, as I have to be careful here. Bianchi backs out, and we're going to get a warning for causing a collision, as we manage to get on the inside of Max Chilton through there. Right, so we've got ahead. I'm having to get used to the arrows. They feel a bit different to F1 2014. Here's Bottas as we clip the back of him there. Hopefully no damage. I don't think we do have any. So we're P17 now. The Williams, of course, back in 2013 was about as poor as it is now, to be honest with you. Decent start though. Let's see how we get on. We're going to keep the engine in the rich fuel mixture, and we're going to see how that goes. Daniel Ricciardo next up. Of course, the man who would end up driving this car the very next season. Great exit from us there. I do have maximum downforce on, so we should be fast through the corners, but slow on the straight. Side by side. On the brakes. Good old-fashioned raping of the gearbox as we aggressively go down the gears and try to squeeze through here on Jean-Eric Verne. Up the inside at the front of the corner. Easy does it. I've even got a bit of that joystick control going on now on this game. It feels so much more natural.
Looking at the radar, it looks like the weather is going to get worse. Heavy rain in around 10 minutes.
Wow, okay, so heavy rain in 10 minutes. We may even go into the full wets. That could be interesting. So we might get to the pit stop window, and we may have to just go long onto a set of wets. Around the outside of Esteban Gutierrez here. Oh, trying to have a look. This was, of course, Gutierrez's debut season. Around the outside we go. And there we go, we've got it done. We can take the race in line. It's up to P13. Great start already. Absolutely fine. Let's see if we can make some progress now after Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg battling with Williams here. Pastor Maldonado, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see then. In the slipstream. Hulkenberg going for the move on Maldonado. We're going to have to... Whoa, watch that one happen as we aggressively swoop to the outside, but Maldonado fights back under braking. We're going to have to leave some space as we feather the throttle through, and there we go, we make the move. Up into P12, of course, Hulkenberg back in 2013, and the Sauber combination, very strong. I think they finished fourth on multiple occasions, and probably Hulkenberg's best ever season in F1 in terms of getting close to a podium. So I'm expecting Hulkenberg to be fast. Rosberg currently leads the race in the Mercedes. Let's see if we can get past Hulk here. Hulkenberg running at a pretty strong pace. I'm actually struggling to really make a difference here.
We might need to think about moving to fuel mix mode 2 in the next
Yep.
few laps.
Using a bit of fuel. Let's see. We're going to use the Kers. That Sauber, though, seems pretty quick on the straight compared to the Williams of Maldonado. We're going to have to just be patient for now as we have to try and wait for opportunities. Whoa, big snap of oversteer there. Hulkenberg's got good pace though, so we are catching up to the pack just by following him. Let's see if we can have a look into turn 1 maybe. Do I dare drain the battery right away? Yep. Here we go. I love how you can hear the Kers being switched on and it being deployed. And you can actually hear that speed boost. Oh, we've hit the rock solid bollard. I believe there was a glitch on this game where if you drove through that bollard, I think it'd actually rip off your suspension, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, luckily, I don't think that's going to happen here today. I'm just so impressed. This game feels so fresh. It feels really crisp and really actually quite modern in a way. F1 2014 felt incredibly sluggish and out of date, but this feels really good. Let me know if you guys have played this recently, but I think it actually feels like quite a competitive game. I dare I say, on a pad, quite fun to play. This should be a new fastest lap. Hamilton 38.0. Not quite. We do a 38.1. Right, so... Seems like we've got pretty good pace, but we're not overpowered in that sense, as we're matching Hamilton in the Mercedes out front. So, in that case, we've got some pretty decent difficulty. Let's try and challenge Felipe Massa here. I feel like I can get, if I can just clear these 4 cars ahead of us, we'll start to make some serious progress. And then the question is, will it go into full wets? You know, we'll have to see what happens there. Let's try and get Felipe here. We're going to use the Kers. Oh, that's a lovely move. That's a lovely move. That is shades of Alonso 2007 around Massa's outside of that very same corner there. Lovely move. Absolute peach around the outside. Now we're behind Mr. Jensen Button in the McLaren. So let's see. I think we can get a few more cars in this lap. Let's stay on board here for a second. Yeah, don't worry, Jeff. I'm on it. Let's see then. into the left-hander. Set up JB here. Oh, lovely cutback. Fantastic. Right, we've gone negative on fuel, so we're going to have to watch it a little bit. Let's try and manage that as best as we can, as we've got, looks like JB re-challenging here on the outside. Does it matter? It's Massa, I think. Even some space, but we're just about going to get ahead. So Felipe following through, but we're up to P9 now as we keep making progress. I feel like the rain's starting to pick up a little bit. Up next, Adrian Sutil for Force India. And then after that, it's going to be one of the Lotuses. I'm assuming Roman Grosjean probably. Let's see. Good run over the top of the chicane here, the Schumacher S. Around the outside of Sutil. On the grass as we break around the outside. Lovely stuff. Got the high ground, got the advantage. And it is indeed Roman Grosjean ahead of us here. Let's go. Personal best in the middle sector. This should be a fastest lap if we bring this one home. Of course, there was no extra point for the fastest lap back in 2013, so it really meant nothing, except for the fact he was going pretty quick. So, yeah, let's see. As we get out of shape here, we're going to try and challenge Roman shortly. Feels like the weather's turned a bit. There's a lack of grip all of a sudden. We're going to box this lap. This is our scheduled pit stop lap. I've got the full wet selected, but I'll do it again just to make sure. It does feel like the track's gotten a bit worse though. 1.4 down in the first sector. Tyres, wets, there we go. Let's box this lap and see what happens. Well, we're going to box this lap down to lean revs to try and save some fuel. Into the chicane we go. Yeah, it's definitely raining now. We're going to have to get the wets on. No word of that from the team, but I've got the feeling that it is wet. So we're going to gamble. Why not have a bit of fun with it, see what happens. It might work out. It's going to get heavy, the rain, so yeah, let's do this. Into cockpit view. Love that. We can control it with the joystick pretty coolly. And now we get some nice little cameras. Look at this. Where we go, 3.1. Full wets on the car. Let's see if the gamble pays off. Can't quite see what other tyres other teams are running, but we know what we're running, so let's see. Yeah, don't worry, Jeff. Alright, pit exit. We're going to send out the inside of this Toro Rosso here into turn 1.
No more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
Yeah, it's definitely full wets. This is the right call. We don't know what tyres everybody else is on. We don't get that kind of information.
Complaining about the track conditions. Keep your focus.
Okay, let's see then. Let's find out and see if that's the case. We've got Gutierrez ahead of us on the intermediates. I think really struggling now. There should be a few more cars in there. Sebastian Vettel's in this lap, so he would have lost a bit of time. So we are going to hopefully gain a bit on the faster cars, but we're going to get absolutely boxed in here behind Gutierrez. I can't pass him, he's going to pit, so we have to just get off the throttle. Let's see then what our true position is. Making away, drifting through the final corner. Cars leaving the pit exit right now.
There are quite a few cars in the pits right
Yep,
now.
a few cars in the pits.
Cars exiting the pit.
Look at this. We've jumped a few of them actually. We're ahead of Alonso. I think we're up to P4. Yeah, P4. So that pit stop has worked out beautifully. The timing of that, we're behind Perez, who's P3 on the podium. So we've gained a load of time. That has been a great stop for us. And that has worked out fantastically well. And I think Perez is as good as it's going to get. I can see on the minimap, Sebastian Vettel's quite well up the road. And then even more than that is Nico Rosberg, I believe. So I think P3 is going to be where it's at in this race. Closing in on Perez now. Let's see if we can go for this move. Would be nice if we can guarantee that podium at least for now. Let's see, we're going to use the curves straight away. Not too far off the pace really, only about 2-3 seconds off the intermediates. You can definitely see the spray getting kicked up as we late break into turn 1. We're going to get the cut back. We're going to force it a little bit. Not quite able to get past Perez though. Let's see if we can have a little look somewhere else. Who would have thought, eh? Back in 2013, Perez would be driving for the exact car that we're driving right now, 8 years later. It's crazy how things work out. Trying to keep the pressure on here, on Checo. Having a look around the outside. We'll have another look here at the outside again. Not quite able to get by, man. Proving to be a bit more difficult than I thought this overtake. I think this could be it though, if we nail this hairpin and get the run through the Schumacher S. Oh, I've just tagged him there, luckily we got damage off, otherwise I'd never finish a video or a race. Now then, here we go. Using the curves. I've got no more curves left now, so let's see if we can just get the run through here up to Rich Mix. Trying to get close here, the spray.
Mix two. We're comfortable at the moment.
The spray just distorting the vision. Actually, I really like that feature. It's like if you get really close and in line, it becomes really blurry. Here we go then. No curves. You see Perez is using his curves, so he's able to pull away.
You're currently matching race pace. Good job.
Damn it, couldn't get through. We've got Alonso now for company here. Good chicane. We did give Perez a bit of a hit, to be fair, but I tried to not take advantage of that and I just stayed behind. Oh, here we go. This could be the one. Come on. Get the curves across the line. Now we can drain the battery. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Up the inside. On the brakes. Lovely. Right then. P2 actually.
Second place.
Oh wow. So Vettel pit again? What? Did Vettel not pit or something? Wow. Okay, so Seb's pit at some point and we're P2 all of a sudden. So Lewis is the next car up the road as we have a bit of a moment there, struggling for grip. Lewis though, weighed down by the hairpin. We've got 4 laps to try and catch him, but he's 19 seconds away. Well, here we go then, last lap of the race. I'm trying to push to catch Lewis, but the reality is, his pace is insane. I am actually driving pretty well, but we just don't have the pace, man. Lewis is so quick, honestly. Can't do much about it. But yeah, overall it's been a fun race. I enjoyed this much more than F1 2014, and that's just a fact. Probably some lap cars here. Easy does it. There we go, the Hamilton wins the Nurburgring race, or the German Grand Prix at the Nurburgring more like. We're going to come through P2, decent recovery from P20, and the difficulty this time much more on point. And there we go, out the final corner, across the line, and job done in this race. Well, there we go then. Race done in Nurburgring. 15 seconds off the race win in the end. Decent recovery though, and Sebastian Vettel only P7. But there's a lot of fun race here in the wet conditions for a change. So we always do dry races, so this is quite fun for a change to see it this way. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more for daily F1 content, F1 2012. Hopefully, if all works well, we'll be next. So do get subscribed for that one. And yeah, let me know your suggestions, what you want to see next in terms of track and car combo. We'll see what we can do about it. Either way, that was F1 2013. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, a big shout out to the channel members for supporting the channel and the content. Finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. But that is it from me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next one.